I'm back. So today is a little different. I was gonna do a vlog. However, where we were walking and where I was at today, I didn't think it would be very appropriate to video some of the things that I was seeing. Only because here in Senegal, it's not very nice if you video. I had the privilege of being invited to one of the day crew workers' home here in Senegal, and he lives in the art district. It was very beautiful and I had an amazing time. So the day crew worker that I went to go visit, his name is Polynise, and he's such a sweet person, such a sweet human. And my team leader, Johnny, and Polynise actually both they're from Benin, and they served with Mercy Ships in Benin and then in Guinea. And whenever Mercy Ships was in Cameroon, Johnny and Polynise served in a restaurant together, and they were both cooking and making the food, which is kind of funny to me because now they both work in the galley here, and Polynise is going to be becoming a crew member in August, and it's so exciting and I'm so happy for him. So one of the things that we got to do was I just got to hang out with Polynise and Johnny and his wonderful little cube of a room with only had a bed, a mini fridge, a desk, and a closet and a couch and a TV, and we were just listening to worship music the whole entire day and was really just having a blast. Then I got the privilege, Johnny and Polynise took me to a Benin restaurant where I got to have fufu. And it's corn and flour mixed together, and it's in this like ball, and I'll put in a picture. It's like this ball, and then we had it was like fufu with okra and tomato sauce, and it was so good. And if my mom, if you're watching this, like, I know I've never liked okra in my whole entire life, but this was absolutely amazing. I actually think I might like okra now after this dish. It's so good. So it's customary in Benin to eat with your hands. It's kind of the same thing with Ethiopian food. Some of the other African countries, it's customary to eat with your hands. So what you do is you take some of the fufu and you take it off of the ball, and then you dip your hands in the soup, and then you eat it, and it's really good. It's so good. And before you eat, actually, there's a bucket on the table where I was eating, and it's customary to wash your hands, and then someone, or you can do it, then someone rinses off your hands, or you can do it by yourself, and then you dry it off, and then you're there with the whole family. So why is this part of your culture?
In my culture, where you want to say the foods for the family, you must have the water to wash your hands on the table, and all the people who want to eat have to put the soap on their hands and wash their hands inside the bowl. After that, you can rinse your hand with the water in the cup here as well.
One of the things that I found was different with Benin food is it's not one big plate, and it's not everyone shares. In Benin, everyone in the family has their own plate. Johnny said it's different sometimes in different families depending on what they like best, but most of the time you're all having your own plate. You all sit at a table and you talk and you just have a good time. It was so good. It was like spicy, but not too spicy. It wasn't anything like Senegalese food, and it wasn't like Ethiopian food or Indian food or Mexican. It just was like its own thing, and I kind of am in love with it. It was just so good. It was very different, and I thought it was very unique and so amazing that I got to share that opportunity with Johnny and Polynise, who are both from Benin. So they were explaining me all of their different culture things that they do, And it was just so heartwarming that I got to share that. Just an amazing, amazing privilege. Also, I would like to touch on something that's very near and dear to my heart. So I recently had the privilege, probably about a couple weeks ago, to connect with a patient named Amadou. He's the sweetest kid in the whole entire world, and I love him to pieces. He actually fell asleep in a car, and when he woke up it was on fire. So he has very severe burns to his hands and to his face, and he recently had surgery, and he is recovered beautifully and is running around and playing with other kids and smiling every time I'm there and visiting him. And while I was visiting Amadou, in the bed next to him is a girl named Caddy, and she's 25 years old. She had a burn to her leg, and so she had to have surgery. She's finally walking on it, and that's very, very exciting. Caddy is just such a beautiful person inside and out, and she is a hairdresser from Bandia, where she lives, and she decided that she was going to have some fun and she was going to braid my hair. Sadly, I cannot post pictures of Caddy, but I can post one picture of Amadou. But I can't post pictures of me with Caddy, which is kind of sad, but for privacy reasons, it's probably better that way. But Caddy braided my hair in cornrows, and so when I took them out yesterday after work, I looked like a poodle. I really did look like a poodle. It just was not, it was really funny. I'm finally back to my hair, but I guess what I really wanted to touch on was when I had cornrows in, whenever I was in middle school or even in like my freshman or sophomore year of high school, I would not have been comfortable wearing cornrows. Thinking about it now, I have to ask myself, well, why wouldn't you? And then I realized I have so many insecurities. As a girl and just as a female, I have so many insecurities when it comes to that. But looking at myself in the mirror, and realizing, hey, I'm a part of this culture now, and I get to be immersed in something that's so much bigger than me, and I got to wear and have my hair in really cool braids, and all of these African women were coming up to me and they're like, oh, you look so beautiful, like your braids are gorgeous, who did it, and constantly complimenting me. I was like, I should not be scared or ashamed to walk around with these really cool braids. Like, it's out of the normal, yes, and it's so out of the normal for me, but I loved it. And I really love that experience of being able to be like, yeah, look guys, I'm being a part of the African culture, and it's just this amazing time for me to just realize, hey, I'm confident in wearing these braids. And just a shout out to all of my girlfriends, you girls are beautiful, be confident in yourself, be able to look in the mirror and say, look good today, because you do, girlfriend, you do, you look so good today, and no one should be able to tell you any differently, no matter what. And I know that we all have our insecurities, but honey, you're gorgeous. And for all of my guys out there, you're handsome, don't think of yourself any differently. I know people bring you down, it's the world that we live in, and it stinks, and I'm sorry, but be confident in yourself and knowing yourself to say, hey, I'm good with the way that I look. I'm proud from where I come from, and I'm happy to be here today. Because some people can't say that, and you can. And just feel blessed. And it's hard to get there. And by all means, I've struggled multiple times, and I'm still struggling. But I just wanted to share that with everyone. And I really wanted to just be a one-on-one thing right now, especially with a lot of my new followers that I'm having. I'm not just some girl that you see on a screen that's in Africa. I'm, a real human, and I do have these emotions that I'm constantly working through. Especially living in a different culture and experiencing new things constantly and jumping from one thing to the next. It's difficult to have to balance everything all at once when you're from somewhere so giving as America is, and then you come to a place like Africa, which is so beautiful in their faith and in their way of life. Both of them have their pros and both of them have their cons, but the fact that I get to come from both worlds now and live on a ship that serves as one is difficult and unique and hard and special all at the same time, and to be able to get to share that with everyone on my YouTube channel is just something that I can't wait to finally be able to get into. And hopefully if you have questions or concerns, or you want to know how to apply to come here to Mercy Ships, leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer them best as I can. Leave a like, click that subscribe button, and come along with me on this journey, because I'm still not done yet. I've still got 3 more months and I'm so happy. And yes, and I'm just so happy to be able to show you guys the life of a girl in Senegal, Dakar, Africa, on a ship, a hospital ship. It's crazy, at only 18 years old. So please come along with me and let's do this crazy ride together. Bye.